Psycho. On today's episode of vlog 669 420, shit gets real.
What's going on here, huh? What's going on here, huh?
Stop it.
I don't know if I got you. Yeah, I got you.
It's a video. I know.
Cow, get your head in frame.
This was supposed to be my ride.
Oh, I'm hungry. I know.
Like, I drink this during
Operation I Love Men.
I fucking hate driving. Dude, I was just driving and
a little way too
this is vlog 2703. I'm hanging out with weird people.
Hell yeah, brother. Do you want to talk about what's happening here?
Girl, turn away from the business first.
Me driving home, like, bro, what the fuck? And then like fucking, I'm just like, bro.
Wait, here, let me help you.
Where's Nicole?
Oh,
Hey guys.
Probably around 500. Yeah. OEM though. Yeah, the front and the back.
Look at Alex. Look at Alex.
We're waiting for it. It's just because I got to do it, and they did such a garbage ass job.
Voting, guys. That sounds really motivating.
I got y'all extra light.
Who's taking the?
I think it's
Why are we all in a line like this?
Should the girls
Get
go
in,
or the small ones go in the front? Am I included? I hate doing this stuff, but I take this back, guys. I like how the small ones just kneel down. All the way down, or like? Are you tipping?
I'm spamming this shit. I'm spamming this shit.
Okay, get in here, Rhea. Get in, Rhea.
You have storage, right?
I think so. Probably not this, but it's okay.
I can't reach deep.
My knees are hurting. I know.
That sucks.
I'm just spamming it.
I'm looking at the light.
I'm still looking at the light.
You're fucking lost, dude.
Whoa.
I can't see shit.
Why are you?
Thank you.
Why is the clip?
I'm not gonna go through all these.
Bye.
You guys aren't staying for breakfast?
Nice meeting you.
We have to go home. We have to go.
Trick shot.
I'm going home. You know the video with
Damn it. Look who we found. Hello.
Hello. Wait, I'll check this out.
Hell yeah.
That's gonna be for the table.
Wait, so are you doing them to order?
Oh yeah, so I'm
You motherfucker.
Stand the idea of saying goodbye, and that's why I can't seem to bring myself up, because no matter how much it don't really matter when you rap it with the scrub.
stinky but dinky. Alex is a big stinky but dinky. That's true. That's true. Yeah, it's This shit will stuck even now. This shit is so fucking good.
What are you talking about?
Call of Duty Black Ops.
Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah, Tom.
In the middle of Stockton on the hottest day of summer, I give you Placenta's Progress.
Dun, 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 dun.
I remember Placenta's Progress. That's the ocarina, by the way.
Are you gonna have one with you nearby? You should.
What am I gonna do? Just
Yeah.
get back into it?
Yeah.
I was thinking of,
Get one of those harmonicas that are to stay right here.
oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Where are we, mate?
Stockton, California.
Dude, it doesn't look like you have eyebrows now that you don't have hair.
I look like a cancer patient.
Huh?
I look like a cancer patient. Unknown space.
Unknown space mom. Mama Space, there you I forgot the name was. Life that was given to him. And when it got too hard, he would tell himself, there's more than this. The more and more he said this to himself, the more and more confident he was about it. And he survived his youth. The pain and scarring shaped him. The pain and scarring drove him to be better. The pain of the past would follow him as a young man. Heartbreak, failure, and disappointment were around every corner. He would tell himself, I've been through worse than this. He desperately tried to believe in this, but he knew it wasn't true. His pain and scarring would follow him through his middle ages. With no family, friends, legacy, or anything to show for his life, the man started to break. He now finds himself saying, there's nothing more than this. But there was a period in his life where the fool found himself stuck in this place. A place where a sky that gets darker every week. I'll never make it out in time. Lord, let me know mine end. Should I die where I stand? Walking on needles inherited by me through someone else? Walking to my world's end? I won't make it out alive. A sky that gets darker every day. I'll never make it out in time. Lord, now would be to lose a part of myself. But for now, at least I can rest. At least now, not every memory and thought is haunted by them. But there will be a time when they come back, louder and angrier. But I've done a good job silencing them. With help from sweet echoes of melodies, with comfort from the innocence of man's best friend, with suppression through substances that my body begs me to reject, with this beautiful thing that we've created. I must admit, I'm afraid of what will happen once we move on. I'm afraid they will be back sooner than I'd anticipated.
Hello everybody, my name is Thomas Arganda, and I will be performing a collection of poetry written by me. They're called Banshee, I Can't Hear You. So you think I can't see behind closed doors? I don't think I know you, and I don't think I like you anymore. Let me know if I'm talking too much. It's the words you hide that are keeping me up. Like, why does your color change for him? He's not the one engraved on your reptilian skin. And why do you insist on needing a shower? I thought you were the one who told me nothing happens this hour. And why does your day seem longer than mine? Who do you see behind my blind eye? So if the night won't wait for me in desire, I won't wait for you in a portrait. Winter calls me to the sea. When my secret face is on and I'm down on my knees. The banshee surfaces to sing her ode to me. My head is heavy, my body is weak. Moon will vanish, sun will fade, breaks the romance and our childhood games. Light is mine, and mine I need. Good night, island. Good night, sheep. Good night, captain. Good night, sleep. So, slide the eyes of the primitive creature. Open his sternum and see what lingers. There's an elderly man I need you to murder, and there are bones in my body I need you to shatter. Waken ocean, and all your tides. Bring the seaweed, and I'll open my eyes. Ghost I'll linger, and creature I'll hold. Spring boy don't bleed. Spring boy don't sleep. Spring boy don't leave. Spring boy believe. Wake in coma. Monster die. Wake from your coma. Go to the light. That was only a dream I had. Doesn't my mind say the strangest things? Like, what do you run from? Where do you mean? Will that rabbit find his lucky foot? Is your child out at sea? Did the kids turn out alright? Did the kids put up a fight? Will this winter end? Can these rules I made up bend? Is this where I ought to be? Estranged from humanity. Saw you in the twilight zone, I met you in the valley. Your eyes read sad alone and your heart was never ending. Pushing forward to space and time and hoping that I can meet you. Waiting on the world to end, I hope you wait for me too. I want to touch you with cold hands. When I reach out to you, I pray you touch me back. I want you to touch me with cold hands. When you reach out to me, I pray you say my name. I turn a page and find this chapter never ends. I'll close my eyes and pray you meet me on Spider Island. 10 more pages and it's still 2017. I wait for you, but do you wait for me? I want to touch you with cold hands. When I reach out to you, I pray you touch me back. I want you to touch me with cold hands. When you reach out to me, I pray you say my name. For all the times your back was turned on me, I still saw you in my room. I've been in purgatory too long, I think, dreaming dreams I never thought I would. I miss the times where I knew when the sun would set. I wonder if it was a matter of time or regret. Will I ever return to that fever dream? Or am I doomed to repeat what I do not think? Thank you. Glad everyone can make it today. I
I'm gonna read you some of my poems, and I hope you guys can enjoy it. First poet is Breath of Life. How vast the world feels, with its many adventures to be had, that even when I'm in my last few breaths, there would still be so much more to explore. Cities throughout the world with its many intricacies, spots throughout a city where memories are created, where love is made and stories are left behind forever to be undone, in which some places revel in the joys of human companionship, and others lay desolate, discreet to a memory of what it once was. Civilizations that once thrived throughout a history, now lay buried underground, forgotten from human memory. Our lives, so complex in its many web of words and thoughts, never seem to catch the minds of those that live beyond. Living in bubbles, and the more people we meet, the more air seems to expand our being, until the day our bubbles pop, expunged from it, our life past, recluse to an eternal dreaming. How short our life seems, where I can be here today and be gone forever the next, only being remembered by those who knew the air as I breathe, and forgotten by those who will build the foundation for tomorrow. Even without our presence, the earth will keep on spinning. Even when our worries has us looking for air to the universe, it's nothing more than a speck in the dust that time will blow away. The many people who have thrived throughout the eras, who have explored the world around, seeing the marvels of nature, who've loved in many places that can never be shared again, who built the grounds for those around to live about, have all had their last breath of life, never again inhabiting the earth. But through and through we flourish throughout the world. As such is the breath of life. This one's a song. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Chica de Ipanema. It's a famous Portuguese song translated into many other languages. And I listened to it and I really liked it. So I wrote a poem out of it. The Lady of Poems. And I kind of put it in my own way. Look what beautiful poems, gracious in her presence, and very gorgeous images the lady writes, who walks everywhere with her journal by her side, her way of words, lady whose skin is whitened from the scriptures of her poems. With her diary, she's all averse, the prettiest lady I have ever seen. The air she breathes sweeps every onlooker by their feet. The expression she gives always carries with it precious jewels. That sweet smile of hers when she talks that seems otherworldly. A beautiful goddess is long past, yet here she is passing me by. Lady of Poems. If only she knew how much joy she brings to the world, such enchantment she brings to those graced by her presence. Blessed is such as beauty knows no boundaries. Blessed would I be if I had her by my side. The words we'd write down would be those of love. The airs we'd give would be only ours to breathe. And what ethereal rhythms we'd make dancing together. But in hopeless sighs does she pass me by. If only you knew that when you write, the entire world stops in your thoughts so gracious, with your journal by your side, your way of words, the prettiest lady I have ever seen. This one's titled Agua, or Water. For those that have wronged you, for those that have pushed you aside, for those that have looked the other way, forgive them and forgive thyself. Forgive what detrimental feelings you have towards them. Forgive yourself in these tribulations that have brought you here today. In ravaging waters, you'll never catch yourself. In murky waters, you'll never see yourself for who you are. In waters that stay, never going anywhere, will you be consumed by what lies underneath. In waters that run deep, will one never reach the surface. And what is life if hatred is all that ever lives? If a small pocket of time in your life shadows your ever being? What is a small torch that will soon become ash, to the sun that in your life will never go out? What is the point of contemptuous feelings, if in the end you end up like all the rest? And what goes down must come up. Certainly you will be thrown underwater as life overflows you with its many trials and you marry many errors. Eventually you learn to swim with the currents first, or forsake yourself to a life engulfed by waters constantly looking for air. You'll learn to move on from cloudy waters that bring discouragement to the heart. Those second feelings that never leave will become obstacles in your way if not checked. And in waters where one never finds ground, where one only reaches despair, those other waters that have brought you trouble have moved on. Find equanimity within yourself, learning to swim in waters. This one's not done yet, but still want to read it. So, these streets I know so well that lay the path for me to live, where friends were made and with them memories that can never be dispelled. The many places I visited, each with its own ambience providing comfort. Places I've eaten full of flavors that have made its inclination to me, and those I abhorred, swearing never to come to terms with it again. The city with its many inhabitants who frequent day and night, passing streets oblivious to those who live about. But knowing these streets so much, they'll have their ins and outs. Driving through these streets, do I have a sense of familiarity? And yet, as I explore more, I discover passages unfamiliar to me. I find other cities with its own inhabitants who live their own life. Roads unfamiliar to me, and yet here I find you in a place unbeknown to me. Even when the city seems so vast in your presence, do I feel you're all I need to understand what lies in the city of dreams. In restaurants we'll be glancing at delicious delicacies covering a variety of palates. Some I'll come to love and others berate, but I'll enjoy the thought I'll get to eat them with you. We'll pass blocks where people thrive in the times they are about, but in our own little world will we be in endless escapades. This city with such a history, over countless decades, and yet to me it's all a mystery. Though I may never know these streets in its entirety, I know the many stories made between you and I, and I'll come to show you the places I frequent in my own city. As time moves on, we'll familiarize ourselves with each other and our encounters. In coffee shops, we'll sit and talk as we bequeath our past life. City streets where people frequent in each other's steps. Well, city streets where people frequent, but in each other's steps do we follow. Yeah, that's it. I think I read enough for today, but I appreciate it.
You told me what was wrong, and you told me what needed to be done. You called me saying, leave me alone, but I was having too much fun. I wanted you to love me as we crossed every boundary, and you said that this was it, and I begged you for one more, that this would be the fatal one. The day these memories disappear will be the last day I write about you. It'll be the last day I obsess over you. And then, and only then, will I let my heart open up once again. And this next thing I wrote, I don't remember what I was on when I was writing this. I wrote it and then I put it away and never came back to it and never shared it with anyone. I haven't even shown you this one yet. I don't know, maybe I'll do something with it. Whenever I feel like I've reached the lowest, whenever I feel like I've reached the lowest, and whenever I feel it again, I notice a trend. Every single day, I want to be the kindest to everyone I come across. I want to be kinder to myself. I want to feel better. And every day where I catch myself slip, when I'm mean, angry, cynical, there's always something that happens. It's not a punishment, it's not revenge, but a reminder to start over again, believe, and be kind again. Some call it God, the universe. I don't know what to call it yet. Other than inexplicable patterns, all life to me now is a pattern. And I wish I could say I want it all to go away. Pain, sadness, anger. But if my best friends and my heroes have taught me anything, is that you can't have one without the other. Life can be so cruel, And at times it feels like that's all, And at times it feels like that's all that exists. But as I dig deeper and push back harder and look up again, the light gets brighter, the weight gets lighter, and I can see the beauty that surrounds me. Thank you.
Past ninth grade, some B's and some A's. Her mother cries proud, what a lovely child. Her mother cries loud, your father would be so proud if he saw you now. We've made a beautiful gal, a dress and a tux, a distraction filled with lust, and that boy Tommy Tucker, who just wants to fuck her. His eyes filled with intention, she'll need some direction. Her face glows red, spring boy, you'll soon be dead. A kiss and a hand, her eyes filled with sand. She thinks she's dreaming, her heart is beaming. Mother is hesitant, the boy she's not impressed with might undress and get aggressive. She gets upset, she claims a child is dead. She says, I'll look out for myself, you don't have to worry now. In need of teenage angst, they leave the prom place. His hands where they shouldn't be. She regrets this immediately. She cries in his car. The child seems so far. Winter, don't scold me. Spring boy, don't leave me. A sweaty fog clouds the car. The night gets bizarre. A strike of lightning. This isn't who I want to be. The deflowered girl's tummy begins to whirl. As feathers fill his tux, he begins to cluck. He pecks her 1, 2, 3. Dear God, don't hurt me. 4, 5, 6, she pleads. Dear God, don't kill me. And now there's a cannibal in Miami. He thinks you look pretty. He's got drugs in a mouth. He'll find you somehow. And there are cars that won't slow down. They'll find excuses somehow to paint the asphalt red. She's in a hospital bed. Flowers in the morgue. A grave plot evermore. What will come of earth? The sun won't kiss her. This next one is called When They Break the News. I met a magician from the valley the other day. His mystic letters flooded my brain, and with a gaze into what some would call a mistake, any question I ever had was taken away. He wore a mask on the back of his head and offered to walk me around the hospital beds, where once beautiful bodies wither in disturbing ways. All I could see was succumbing decay. A baby in a coma dreaming of his mother's breast. That girl he made eye contact with clutching a crucifix. A man holding his wife's hand, pondering every little doubt, leaning in for one more kiss before he's asked to throw her out. The magician said, I really like this illusion, but my scars and contusions aren't to be mistaken for my confusion. I mean, I like these stories in these charming ways, but what I really want is a less restricting place, with good silence away from any familiar face. Now we laugh and cry, and after quite some time we say goodbye to the only person who has seen the fear in my eyes. Any friend of yours is no friend of mine. The alchemy of reality severs our dreams. Now the boy I used to bleed brings tears to the streams. I run off into the garden seeking self-discovery, but all I could find were remnants of a name I dare not speak. Lightning crashes to bring the hazy gray. These nights find my head in an unfamiliar place. What I thought was grace withers into shame, and now you won't think twice about calling me when you get back to the valley. This last one is called The Banshee. Spend too many of my days staring off into nowhere with a blank face, seeking solitude in the shadows of yesterday. And I've spent too many of my nights where I shouldn't be, rather than in the worlds beyond me. But I found a candle in my closet to take me to a castle in my mind. So I'll ignore what's in front of me because I only want what's behind me. And I'll beg the Banshee to let me hear all that I shouldn't be. I've saved you time in a strange piggy bank, but you threw it all in a fountain and wished me away. So I'll form new words when I reminisce on your eyes, and have it all lose meaning when I imagine you crying. Words my mouth doesn't know, and colors my heart won't show. I'll dream a few dreams about the man you want me to be. I'll move through time hoping you call me when you get back to the valley. But here I am surrounded by 4 walls draining my memory. Am I tired or is this defeat? Dark nights filled with ancient dates. Screaming letters of where I've been and where I've ate. Poems about strange islands lost in time. Stories about poisonous apples and vines. The passion flower blooms and then never blooms again. The end.